and we officially do have, looks like a tornado watch for the eastern side of our viewing area. So the tornado watch goes until 1 o'clock. I'll get a fancier graphic for you, but that does look to include half of Mecklenburg County, also Rowan County, and here I'll take all this off there so you can see the red line. We have Cabarrus County, Union County, we have Lancaster County, and then all of our other ones such as Stanley, Anson, Richmond, and Chesterfield. Anyone within this, and I say anyone within this orange box that we're seeing here, and that's from Chester to Rock Hill to Charlotte, not only do you have a chance for stronger winds, but then also a spin-up tornado along this line. So yeah, the worst is only going to continue to build as we move over the next couple hours.
Let's go to Weather 2 and check this out right here. This is a huge storm system that covers a lot of territory. You can find a Weather 2 right there. Look at that. That's about 150 miles of territory from northern Mecklenburg County all the way down towards Columbia once again, and you can see that that tornado indicated there in Columbia. But if it doesn't have to be a tornado warning. We're telling anyone who is within the severe thunderstorm warning, this could evolve into a tornado at any moment because spin-up can happen. So you need to stay inside, avoid any travel. I tell you what, Interstate 77 southbound, that would be a problem area. 321 if you're heading down 501, those areas down. If you're heading into areas, say Indian Land in Lancaster County, as you head down into Indian Land, down that direction, travel carefully if you have to be out, but better to avoid traveling at all right now because of the threat of these severe storms, Chris.
And again, York, Chester, Mecklenburg County officially under a tornado watch now until 1 p.m. And probably wondering, oh, what's this big blockage here? That's a bunch of different National Weather Service offices. Likely Raleigh is going to join the party here coming up as well. And measuring this line, so I want to focus in on the severe thunderstorm warning with a chance for a tornado tag. And I'm going to show you the reason in which areas have the best chance for maybe a spin up. But if you are in any of these locations, I want you to be in your safe place, at least in an interior room. Avoid traveling at this point because TK 756. That's 4 minutes. Literally, you're going to have the worst winds that is going to be in your doorstep for about a 10-minute period. That's the thing. This is going to be flying in, and it could last anywhere from a couple minutes to up to 15. A lot of that heavier rain, but even the backside of this can also have kind of a twist around wind event. Charlotte 812. So very soon, within the next 20 minutes, uptown under the gun for the heaviest rain, stronger wind gusts up to about 60 miles per hour. China Grove at 821. Matthews at 827. Concord at 832. So some of our most populated areas, now is the time over the next 20 to 40 minutes that we're going to have the worst impacts from Mecklenburg County, Cabarrus County, and over into Union County as well.
Let's check.
Chris, Larry, I want to jump in here really quick for a moment because we have some folks who are chiming in on social media. You can chime in as well through Facebook or any of our platforms. This is right during the time where people are commuting. Some folks are planning to take their kids to school right now because they weren't given a delay. They're wondering, should we do that or should we just stay home? They're extremely nervous as they watch this broadcast.
If they live in this warning area, I would say avoiding travel at the moment because we've already seen these spin-up tornadoes, so you can get those violent storms causing major issues. I would say limit your time, stay inside at the moment if you're within those counties, and that covers all the way from Mecklenburg County as far south as Richland County, Richburg in South Carolina, and Lancaster County as well. So yeah, I would avoid any travel at the moment. Probably wait maybe 45 minutes to an hour. It's a pretty fast-moving system. So we take a look at the bigger view right there. If we go to Weather 2, did want to mention this right here. We do have in the area, we have a tornado watch. That means conditions are favorable. Doesn't mean one has been sighted. It just means that the conditions are there. Stay informed with us here at WCNC Charlotte. The warning means one is imminent, has been sighted on radar or by one of our spotters, and that means go to a safe place where we have those tornado warnings.
And yeah, the difference right here, severe thunderstorm warning at 8:15, and it goes until 18:15 for Chester, Gaston, Mecklenburg, and York County. That will be extended. Now that we've begun this, you're not going to see a discontinuation of severe thunderstorm warnings. I actually think you could actually be to the next tier for our eastern side of our viewing area, such as a considerable severe thunderstorm warning once the winds start to ramp up and we get a couple of hours in. Also, as we were mentioning, a tornado watch that now Raleigh has expanded. So Raleigh under that tornado watch, but for our viewing area, that goes until 1 1 p.m. So there's the difference right there. We got both. We got the tornado watch for the eastern zone. I was actually kind of surprised that the National Weather Service was dragging their feet. I think they wanted to see how the impact of the morning was, because typically at this time of the morning, it's kind of our saving grace, because you said, hey, it's not super unstable at this point. But with this energy at this time of the morning, we saw this over in Texas. It just shows that this is only going to get stronger over the coming hours, because the sun's officially up, Larry. Going forward, 8 o'clock, once this crosses I-77, I think it's a different ballgame.
It's an interesting situation because we're getting more violent weather here in our part of the Carolinas, North and South Carolina, than they did in the past several hours, even across Georgia and down to Alabama, although Florida did have that. So, we're starting to see that volatile atmosphere increase, and it's going to do nothing but continue as we get more and more into the daytime. And, even though you may not see it, the sun is out. We get the warmer temperatures. What that does, that makes the atmosphere more unstable, and that makes the potential for these strong storms and tornadoes to form, and we're starting to see that already. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see more warnings coming up here shortly.
And I want to do another measurement here, and it's really tough to see, but this is what we've seen over the last hour. Notice you can see that line. It's a discoloration. Larry, could you go over the wall, and I want you to point this out for him. So it's this line that I'm going to put a measurement tool on, because that's where we're seeing most of the energy from the storm. So Larry, point out the line, if you can bring that up at the weather wall. This is going to be, there he goes. All right, so point at the line that I'm talking about. Notice as it moves through.
Right there, you can see that. It goes all the way back. This is when we had that tornado warning in Chester in South Carolina. You can see that line as it was tracking and kind of moving east-northeast, and that was that line of instability. That's where we saw the rotation that Chris was talking about. And as you can see right now, as this thing tracks off and the time frame, you folks here in the Rock Hill area, any minute now. If you live in Tega Cay, this storm system is moving that area a little bit after 8 this morning, about 9 minutes after 8 in South Shaw, and you get in areas around Harrisburg, probably, I would say maybe Kannapolis, Harrisburg around 8:20, but that's kind of the time frame of the storm system tracking across the area. But there has been rotation within that, and certainly powerful enough winds. The National Weather Service did issue that severe thunderstorm warning. Chris?